should qualify for a fast track designation. We filed that package to the FDA, a request that the FDA should meet with us in the first week of October. And I am happy to report that the FDA has granted us that audience.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Dr. Raza Bokhari. He is the CEO of Medicus Pharma. And Dr. Bokhari, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Doing really well, Steve. Thank you so much for having me back on your program.
Yeah, a couple of things I need to talk to you about today. First off, I know you had your annual shareholders meeting, and your board of directors was approved and includes two new members, two interesting ones. First off, Cathy McMorris Rodgers is joining your board, and really interesting background that she brings.
Yeah, indeed, Steve, we are very grateful to the shareholders with an overwhelming majority that participated in the vote. I think there were 10 plus million votes came in, and the entire board was elected with 99% plus vote in favor, including adding the Honorable Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers from Spokane, Washington, as a board member. Cathy is just have recently retired from Congress as the chairwoman for the most powerful Energy and Commerce Committee. And we are very fortunate that she picked Medicus Pharma as her first corporate board assignment. And she brings a lot of experience, especially with respect to the workings of the Beltway, including the interactions with the FDA. In energy and commerce, as you may know, has jurisdiction over 80% of U.S. economy.
Dr. Bokhari, you also added to your board a venture capitalist and entrepreneur. His name is AJ Raju.
AJ is a lawyer by trade, but a leading opinion maker, a thought leader, and what I consider a disruptor in the greater Philadelphia area. It is AJ's lead investment of $8 million through his fund that was coupled by the $4 million of my own investment, in addition to an additional $2 million from the C-suite and the team that got this company off the ground. So his taking a board seat with us through this electoral process is very timely and very meaningful for us.
Okay. I also want to ask you about some recent news you had out, and that is that you've submitted a pretty comprehensive briefing package to the FDA requesting a Type C meeting. So maybe talk us through this one so people understand.
So the company, as you know, and your viewers, and I hope that most of them are also our stakeholders, have been supporting us as we advance through the clinical development program of our novel non-invasive therapeutic asset to treat basal cell carcinoma of the skin. We are in a phase 2 study with the 90 patient target, and of which more than 50 plus patients now have been randomized. And we sought to sit with the FDA in a Type C meeting to get further guidance, to get some clarity on how the pivotal trial should look like, and also that we should qualify for a fast track designation. We filed that package to the FDA, a request that the FDA should meet with us in the first week of October. And I am happy to report that the FDA has granted us that audience, and we will now formally sit with the FDA, which is extremely important in the development program of SkinJet, so that it can become a reality and become commercially available sooner rather than later, and also get a fast track designation. So this is good news all around for us at Medicus Pharma.
Yeah, it really sets up the next phase of development, this particular meeting. So you're right, this is extremely important.
It is. FDA can choose, can elect actually not to grant a Type C meeting. However, we are pleased and are most grateful to the FDA that the agency considered our request to be very time appropriate, and within a few days, they came back very responsively to schedule a date for the meeting, which I believe is in the early part of October. So we have a lot more to report after we get the minutes of those meetings.
All right, we'll wait to hear more on that. Dr. Bokhari, thanks very much. Real good update as always, and good to see you as well.
Thank you so much, Steve, for having me back on your program. I hope you enjoy the rest of the summer
All right,
in Vancouver.
you as well. There's Dr. Raza Bokhari, the CEO of Medicus Pharma.